Welcome back to Songtember 2024. It is day 7, and I'm recording a demo of a song called Lot to Learn. At least that's what its placeholder title is. If you missed the last episode, what we did is added in some little ideas that I captured while I was walking about. And today we've got the guitars, we've got the bass, we've got the microphone. We're going to try and get this to a point where we've got a demo, like an end-to-end demos with our verses and our choruses. We need to write a bridge, which we haven't done yet. So there's going to be a lot of work to do here today. So I hope you're ready for it. We're going to strap in and get started. As always, if you want to find out all the latest information about Songtember, head on over to studiolivetoday.com/Songtember and you'll find all the information you need over there. And how are you going? Let me know in the comments. This is our check-in. This is our checkpoint. By the end of week 1, where were you planning to be and where are you? For me, it's not panic stations, but it's also not exactly where we planned, because you can see there that my target at the end of week 1, which is the end of today, is a demo. Are we still going to get there? A finished demo? We've got a chance. We've got a shot. So we're going to continue on with recording this. You can see that I've got my guitar plugged in. You can't hear it because I don't have the track there. Because what I wanted to do today is actually record in this guitar idea that I got here. So let's listen to this, because this is what I captured while I was walking around. And again, people have been asking, why are you starting recording in GarageBand, not Logic Pro for iPad? And that is because I could do that. I've spent the last 24 hours listening to this song. And the good news is, it's in my head. It's an earworm. I got a lot to learn. I keep saying that to myself. So I think in terms of the hook, we have a hook that's going to stick in people's brains and just like stay in there and nestle in for a while. So let's take a listen to this little part here. Woo! I don't know what the woo was there, but I think it's like I think I was saying I'd do like a if I do like an electric part here. We'll just continue on. Maybe there's something there. And then I reckon about here. So this is what I reckon, this is what I thought. So I've grabbed an electric guitar here in GarageBand. If you don't know how to do add a guitar, we're not going to go into the details of the stuff because we're behind here. But go and check it out. Type Pete John's GarageBand guitar and you'll find out everything you need to know about recording guitars in GarageBand. But we've got this guitar set up. So I think that's kind of what my voice was trying to do here. Let's just go back and have another listen. So it's... So I think we're going with something like that. So let's take a listen to what this part here was actually doing and make sure I'm on the ball. And then a bit of silence. And then kick in here. I don't know about the diddle 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 do. Good try, Johns, but I don't know about the diddle 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 do. So let's see if this is going to work. We're just going to hit record and we're just going to experiment by hanging out on this. And I'll record it all the time, but I might only use it in parts. So let's just 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3.
Graduates on my launch pad. Don't need no coffee for my cream, no, none for me. Don't need no hodges on my head buzz. Sometimes I get so chill, I just think I might scream. And I know I think I got a lot to learn. Don't need no rings upon my fingers. Don't need to work them to the bone, that's a big no-no. Don't need to take it to the limit. Just need to get into that zone, that stupid zone. And I know I think our name is Mars Capone.
Yeah. I agree with cough, cough, cough. See? So, yeah, look, I think it's not exactly like I was doing it in my head because I think I was getting a bit too, like, over the top. But I think just a... All right, let's change up this tone because I do like the little wary bit there, but the glam rock's potentially not exactly what we're looking for. Moving lead, because it is more of a lead part, isn't it? Not quite sure about all of that delay, but if we... oh, that's just got the reverb. The delay must be on... what is the delay? On the phase tripper? No? It's not a tremolo. It's not a reverb. It's on one of these. We'll try a different one. If at first you don't succeed. Maybe we need more of a processed sound to go with this one. Old school funk. Hello. Is this going to do? We really just need a placeholder tone for this at the moment. Place the mirrors. Nah, see, we don't want anything with like a super amount super flange, unless we... Yeah, the vibrato was nice on that other one, but just too much... let's go back to it. Let's go back to the... what one were we trying before? The moving lead. Maybe we just turn that down a bit. Let's just record back in with this one here. But it's not exactly what I'm looking for, but it's pretty good. So let's delete out this one and record that back in again and just play around with some of these lead guitar bit. 1, 2. Nice, like, tone just sitting there while the first one.
Sometimes I get so chill, I just think I might scream. And I think I got a lot to learn. Don't need no rings upon my fingers. Don't need to work them to...
It won't be so loud and overpowering either.
No, don't need to take it to the limit. Just need to get into that zone, that stupid zone. And I know I think our name is Mars Capone.
It wasn't really, again, it wasn't really in the original plan to have this kind of extreme tone, but you know what? Maybe I do need to get away a little bit from the basics of the acoustic guitar that we had here. So, what is our main acoustic guitar doing? Let's just double check on this. Turn that down. Okay, that's kind of epic. So it's still got a little bit of that funk, and we can play around with the tone. But what I'm thinking is we try out some. Now, why is this not? Oh, because I haven't changed my settings here again. We need to get it to input 2 and make sure. So, so maybe we go with something like this. Let's just get our drums and our bass and have a bit of a jam with this jam band and see if we can make this a bit more of a rock and roll song. Maybe the acoustic guitar just goes away completely. I don't know why I had to start talking like that. All right, I need to turn down that lead guitar. It's way, way, way too loud and it's overpowering everything. I'm actually going to turn off the original one there and we'll just delete that out and give it another crack here. So at that point, I'm feeling a guitar solo. Is it just that I want to play a guitar solo, or do you reckon the song can have a guitar solo here? Let's copy out our drum and pop it down here and see what we can do. So I reckon like a whole verse worth of this, and just putting our regular guitar over the top. So let's come back to here, and we'll just put our bass guitar and lay that down over the top here. Boom, 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 boom. So it was that's our lead. We'll just delete that out for the time being and move this one back. And we'll jump in on this and just... All right. This time we'll record it. All right. 2, 3, 4. ran out of guitar, ran out of drums. Because maybe it needs to be double. I was hearing the guitar solo in my head, and I thought we were going to do like double the length. Let's just double this out. Where's our drums? Up there. Just increase this, because I reckon. So it's. So that's the point where it starts again. So I reckon we can do like a cool solo that like varies things up a bit as we go through here. So I reckon if we just copy and duplicate that out, copy and paste it, and then make sure our drums go to the same spot. Oh, man, these things are too far apart, man. And then I reckon a big like double chorus. Is this going to be like a really simple, straightforward song that doesn't actually go for very long? Like, what do you reckon? Let me know. Let me know in the comments when you're watching this one. But does this song does it need we'll just paste in 2 here, because I reckon a big double chorus at the end there. How long's that going to be if we just do that? Let's let's turn on our now I can't remember where you put the time in here. There is a way to show the time. We'll just see how we go. I reckon it's only going to be like a 2.5 minute song, but maybe it's just a rock and roll song, man. Isn't that what the kids are doing these days? They're doing the quick songs with the rock and roll. No, they're not doing the rock and roll. So let's just record in our power chord guitar here with. So this could be literally a like 5 chord song that only. All right, let's hit record. And then just like hang it, da 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 da. Like just hold it. Da da da. I reckon even double that. Like a big final chorus that just does like 4 times. And I got a lot to learn. Like right at the end there with a big final thing. Let's just copy out Benny and chuck him here and here. I have to be careful that I'm not just trying to rush this, because don't forget, I've still got 23 days left. But I also don't want to make it something that it doesn't need to be. The song just wants to be hooky. It wants to get in. It wants to get its hooks into you. It wants to rock and funk out and then be done. That's kind of the way I like to do this. Let's record this. Da, 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 da. This is where I'm hearing da, da, da. Those Queen-style harmonies. Da, da, da. Da 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 da. I got a lot to learn. What do you reckon? I don't know, man. Let's bring this back in here with our bass. Oh, I like that. Maybe we stereo up the guitars in this like second little chickada chickada chickada. I reckon we can have a second lead guitar to do something along here. Let's just do this. So. All right, let's see if something like this is going to work in here. Okay, so not that, but something similar. Maybe. Maybe it doesn't work, but we'll just try it again one more time. Yeah, right. Now, a peek behind the curtain. For those watching on the recorded version here, I'm actually doing this live to patrons, Create, Record, Release group members, and to members of this channel. And if you'd like to become any one of those, you can join Create, Record, Release for free over on Facebook. You can become a member on the YouTube channel, and you can join us on Patreon. And yeah, so Thomas Christ had the classic chaotic ending where it sounds like the band just threw their instruments on the ground and walked away. That's kind of cool, isn't it? Because I could just like, because we're using distorted tones, you could just get a whole bunch of cool feedback sounds and even just use like some sampled feedback sounds or something. This song has changed. It has morphed. And what do we say about songs? Like sometimes you'll think you're in control and then the song will kind of tell you what it wants after all. So we've now got two lead guitar parts here. So does this work here? This guitar comes back in. I do like that part. So I think while that guitar does the solo, I think the other one... I reckon that note's even better. I was going to go up to there, but keeping with the 7th, I reckon that can go up on that one. Yeah. And look, these tones will change. Obviously, if we're having two lead guitars, they're going to be different tones. So we'll probably go with the classic center rhythm, left and right leads. But when this comes into a solo, Yeah, maybe we'll have it on the side, or maybe we'll double it up, or we'll find out. That's the mixing phase. We'll worry about that in the mixing phase. Right, let's just record this second lead guitar here. All right, I'm thinking. So at that very last chord, no, it goes into like it changes chord just so because I'm like, do I have a key change? I'm like, no, but I reckon for this very last note, I reckon it just goes. I reckon it just goes like all dissonant for just that last bar where it's like no 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 no. So with this one here, we'll just record in. So what chord would that be if we bring this one back on? That would be. Yeah, we finish on the G. So instead of making it all happy and finishing where people want it to finish, you'll be like, yeah, where's the resolution? And lots of screams and stuff to go with that, and then just like, brow. And then you can finish like with the big distorted, like holding it. All right, let's try this. See how I'm doing that? That's because I'm so used to playing with an amp from back in the day that I'm trying to get to the amp to get all the feedback tones. We might have to do something. In my head, I'm just thinking this. Have a little Marshall down there. And this is almost screaming out for a 90s style Marshall tone. I thought this song was going Bruno Mars. And now it's going frickin' Pearl Jam. I don't even know what it's going now. It's going Strokes almost. So I reckon, we need this lead guitar solo bit to resolve out there too. So that's good. So we'll play this G here. And yeah, maybe we actually hold that note as opposed to chunk, as opposed to finish it on a chunk, we hold that final note there. Which I'd have to do on this one as well. So what note am I playing on this one? All right, so I'll play this last bit in here with this one. Yeah. All right. So I'm not even sure we're going to return to the acoustic guitar. Like, from where it came from, I don't know. Am I doing a disservice to the song by completely changing it up like this? Or does the acoustic just sit behind, like... Does it even need to be there anymore now that we're going to go with a... Maybe the acoustic just in the verses here where maybe the acoustic like backs up the regular guitar in the verses, and it's just the I don't know. We'll leave it all there as it. We can make these decisions later as we go here. Now we've got two more things to do here. We need to grab the bass and record in the rest of this bass, and then we need to do some vocal work. So we got a long way. We've got a bit of extra stuff to do here today. First of all, let's consolidate this stuff and put it all in the places that we need it. So we've got our bass guitar here, and we're actually going to move our bass guitar up under our drums, and then we're going to grab our rhythm guitar and we're going to move this up under our bass guitar, and then we're going to quickly and frantically hit save because we haven't done that for the entire video, and then we're going to duplicate this sucker out to make a version 3 before we start doing much else, and in case we want to start deleting things, and then we're going to open up this number 3 and keep moving stuff. So we've got our two lead guitars, and they are going to go up under here like so, and this one's going to go up under here like so, like a glove. So now we've got all of our stuff here all kind of in the right area. So we're starting with a all right, so I think this first lead guitar only needs to come in there. So I think it starts, like we don't need that there. We start with a 2, 3, 4. Maybe that's what the other lead guitar does at the start. It does a copying of the other one. So maybe this one just does a. That way we can sort of use the left and right thing if we want to, even from the start here. Let's record that in. Create some space for the vocals. All right, and then we won't record over that second guitar because that's where we brought in the harmonized guitar, which I'm not in love with, but we'll leave it there for now, just in placeholder. Let's just move these left and right for now to see if this actually works with something like that. We'll just chuck that left, chuck that right, just to... It does kind of work, doesn't it? Let's do a quick, because I think this one's going to be more of our, again, we're not mixing, but sometimes you just want to mix on the go a little bit. So this has got a little treble. We actually want to scoop out the mids on this one, I reckon, just to give us a different kind of sound to this one that can actually boost, because sometimes that can just give you a little bit of extra something. Let's play through this part here. All right, so now we need to record in our bass part to play along with this solo, and we need to re-record this nutty solo that I did here because this was not great. It didn't actually even start on. In fact, while I got the electric, let's re-record this solo. So, it's... All right, so I'm going to delete out this. Whoop, no, don't delete the whole lot. We're just going to delete out this solo part. In fact, we'll delete the whole thing, and hopefully we can just play through the rest of the song. Although no, because we don't need to do that. Let's not make things harder for ourselves, because I think when we got to here we were like, Yeah, so from there, when we go back into our chorusy bit, so we just need to, and obviously I can workshop and make a solo, like a ripping solo, because guess what? When you've got 20 takes to do, you can spend 20 takes doing things. Let's line this up here and make sure that we are monitoring this one. All right, we're going to start there, and we'll see how we go with this little solo. Did I delete the wrong guitar part? Did I delete out the wrong guitar part? Because I can hear that solo still. Maybe I did. Did I move that one? Because this is the one that... Yeah, so what did I move from this first one? This is where organisation is a lot better, a lot easier to do. I think I totally removed the wrong one. That's all right, at least I caught it before I completely messed everything up. So it's actually this guitar that I need to re-record the solo. Is that right? Yes, this one here. Oh, it went off on the wrong one. All right, so we need to delete that through to there. I think I was inspired by our friend Mark Bro to go a little more rock and roll, a little heavier than what I originally started out with here. Delete it. All right. So... all right, we'll start it from there. And then onto that G. I'm just going to let that feedback roll a sec. Because maybe, I'll just leave that in there, because maybe we can just embed that like underneath. It doesn't have to be realistic. Yeah, I'm sure other bands have just, overdubbed tones on top of their stuff. All right, so I think we're good there. We can unplug from, let's just turn the monitoring off so you don't get the big clunk. We can unplug the guitar. Put that to one side for now. We will be back to track the guitar. So if you're unfamiliar to the process, like songwriting process, or at least the process I use, this is all part of the songwriting process and the arrangement process. Some of this may make it into the final, and that's cool if it does. So that's why I'm trying to play it the best I can. But the vast majority of it's going to be re-recorded once I've got everything down. quick coffee, and then let's get my bass on. So let's just refresh myself with the sort of bass that I was playing on this one. So. Pretty basic. And then I think I varied it up in this second verse. All right, so I think that the bass the low E string on my bass guitar doesn't sound very good, so I might avoid it. So I might instead, I might play the C instead. Or maybe I take it. That could be cool. Yeah, do that octave down. All right, let's experiment with this. So I'm actually going to delete out all the original bass because this was recorded early on and I wasn't really in the groove with it. And it's a pretty simple bass line, so I think I can probably nail it a bit better now. Let's let's just do a quick level test here. All right, how's our levels on the bass looking? Yeah, not bad. You don't need your bass to be like super wavy, otherwise you might distort it, and that's a bad thing. All right, what I do want to do though is go back to using my dummy track so I can follow along and see what these guitars are doing while I'm recording. So let's just undo all this. Mute out what we don't want to hear at the moment. There's our dummy input for dummy input 1, which is what we need. So we'll bring this up next to our bass and just let it chill there so we can select both of these and hear just this one. I haven't tuned the bass, so let's do that real quick to make sure that because the bass may stay. Yeah, it does need a tune. Because I'm not a great bass player, quite often my first take of a bass is actually okay. It's about the best I can do. It's weird because I can play guitar okay and I can sing okay. There's a big difference between my worst take and my best take. When it comes to bass, my best take and my worst take are about the same. By the way, hooray for built-in tuners, right? It's a handy thing to have in your DAW. Okay, let us come back and we are going to record in. We've got our dummy track set up there. We're going to go back to the start. Let's see if we're going to be a one-take wonder and get all this done. Maybe. Surely. If I play the right notes, maybe.
On my launch pad, don't need no coffee for my cream, no, not for me. Don't need no hard shoes on my head buzz. Sometimes I get so chill I just
going to have to get used to that new part where we go there. So, wait, don't go back to the start. That is not what I wanted. I wanted you to do it from here.
And I know I think I got a lot to learn. Don't need no rings upon my fingers. Don't need to work them to the bone. That's a big no-no. Don't need to take it to the limit. Just need to get into that zone, that stupid zone. And I know I think our name is Mars Capone.
All right, I like some of the ideas I had there towards the end, but I didn't play it well. So let's see if we can go back and just redo that section, because it's going to start, and we'll just have to, because I got to move between, basically just between the G sharp and the A sharp, and improvise a little bit of. I think we can do some little bass fills in here. So let's hit record again. Something more like that. I'm back. Oh, I think I just need to chill out. Alright, try it again. 2, 3. Oh my goodness, I could not hit the right notes today. I'm almost out of guitar fingers. Oh, my mama. Let's just do it simply and we can play around with it later. And there's me trying to get some. Oh, that little bit there could go into the start, where it's just like that. Could be like a. Where is it? There. Is it on this one? No, it's this one. That could be the opening. do you reckon? Just a brrr, and then 2, 3, 4. I reckon I actually put a 2, 3, 4 at the start of this because it's kind of my thing. Like I do it a lot. Do. Like I said, do. Let me just. I'm just going to chop a chunk. This is why non-destructive editing works well, because you can just copy and paste like a little chunk like this, and then just move it around to wherever you want it, and it'll be there still. Tap, paste. All right. So we need it to like come in just before that. In fact, let's put it on its own track, just so that we can maybe even cross over if we need to. So, and we'll put this down the middle because those were panned left and right, weren't they? All right. Let's see. Maybe.
Don't need no crashes on my launch pad. Don't need no coffee for my cream, no, none for me. Don't need no harshes on my head buzz. Sometimes I get so chill, I just think I might scream. And I think I got a lot to learn.
All right, we've got a couple of problems here, as you can probably see. Our overall volume is way too loud, which is what happens with GarageBand when you get to this part, when you start adding a whole bunch of tracks and you're distorting things up and whatnot. So we do need to play around with that. I need to work out what is this lead vocal. This is just one of those idea things, I think. No? Oh, this is the... No? Okay, so that was just one that we did before we did these ones. So where's our regular vocals, the ones that we actually have? It's this one here. These punchy presents, the ones that we did with the...
Don't need no crashes on my launch pad.
I kind of like that vocal tone too, so that might kind of stay. Let's bring this up here. So the final thing that we need to do is to record. So let's grab a mic. Reach over and grab a microphone, and I'm just going to use my standard, my go-to, my AKG D5 dynamic microphone to plug in, and once again do the thing I should have done pre-show, which is lean behind. For those that want to know what I use, what gear I use, guess what? Catch this week's podcast. It's just been released. You can find out exactly what I use in the home studio to get the recordings I get. So go over to studiolivetoday.com or studiolivetoday.com/podcast and find the ways to listen in on that. But using the old faithful, the Steinberg UR22C to record in both the guitars and now to record in some vocals. All right, let's I'm going to use the Mars Capone vocals again and probably just repeat them for the second time, and we'll just see how we go with this. All right, we'll leave in the original vocal there and we'll just duplicate it out so that we've got that as a placeholder. But let's just see if we can just get into the groove of this thing. We might do some do-do-dos, we might just use the Mars vocals. But let's get our swagger on. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Check, we're coming through. All right, and we need our dummy track. We need our input 2 dummy track for this one. So we will turn that on. Come over here. I'm going to turn off my mic for the stream, and you're just going to hear me over here. We wanted to do a 1, 2, 3, 4, didn't we? Let's do that.
no crashes on my launch pad. Don't need no coffee for my cream, no, none for me. Don't need no hunches on my head buzz. Sometimes I get so chill I just think I might scream. And I know I got a lot to learn. Don't need no rings upon my fingers. Don't need to work them to the bone, that's a big no-no. Don't need to speed out on the highway. I stay at home cause I'm a grown-ass man, you know. And I know I got a lot to learn.
See, I don't know that it. I'm going to have to work on what the vocals do in that last bit because I'm not convinced. I don't know. There's some fun things that we could do there with some layering up of some vocal ideas. In fact, let's just experiment with that now real quick. Let's duplicate that. Now, the bass is way too loud because I had that up while I was tracking it. Everything's way too loud at the moment, so I will turn everything down. In fact, let's save out and let's use a little trick that I like to use here, which is to add an FX track, and you just record in any old thing on the FX track just to enable it. We delete that out. And then we've got a little cheat sheet that we can use here. We can come in here to our Visual EQ, and because GarageBand doesn't have a master fader, we can drop it 5 dB over here. Isn't that cool? Isn't that the bomb diggity? All right, let's come in here.
2, 3, 4. Don't need no crashes on my launch pad. Don't need no coffee for my cream, no, none for me. Don't need no hunches on my head buzz. Sometimes I get so chill I just think I might scream. And I know I got a lot to learn. Don't need no rings upon my fingers. Don't need to work them to the bone, that's a big no-no. Don't need to speed out on the highway. I stay at home cause I'm a grown-ass man, you know. And I know.
All right, so in terms of a demo that we've got together, I think it's all right. And look, we didn't have time in this one to experiment with the backing vocals, and I'm actually going to leave that, because we've got two main components that we need to do in the next kind of day, and that is to write lyrics and also to come back here and work out our backing vocals and what the vocals are going to do, especially in that last bit. But here's the beauty part. This is GarageBand. So we can save it out, and I can take it with me on the road. I'll go walking out in the wilderness, and I get to listen into this, and we'll tweak the drums and the bass a little bit. In fact, the last thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to give a little bonus thing here. What I like to do at this point is that we'll duplicate out this mix again. So we'll tap it and duplicate it out in case we totally ruin it. But I'm going to do a faders down remix here because you'll notice that everything's not really sitting the way that you'd want it to sit. So we'll fix that. So let's just move our dummy inputs down and out of the way. So our dummies are down there. Now, our poor acoustic guitar, we're just going to mix it without the acoustic guitar at this point in time. And again, I'll consider whether that comes back in because we haven't even played that the whole way through. We've kind of gone to these electric guitars here now. But I'm going to do a faders down, which means, actually, we'll rename this to our lead vocals. Rename, just so that we know what we're using here. Oh, pressing the wrong key on the wrong one. Vox lead. All right. And we'll leave our lead guitars as just moving lead there. So we will put everything down to zilch. I'll leave that little bit of feedback on there at the start because that's something that we're going to be using. And we'll turn that down. We will turn that down. And with these drums, just so that I can hear the difference here, we will tap this one and duplicate. And I'm just going to put, because we'll need this when we start doing the recording again, we need this little 2-bar intro, but I don't intend on that being, I kind of like the idea of being a 2, 3, 4, and maybe it'll be a maybe it'll be a stick hit with just a 2, 3, 4, like 2, 3, something like that. So we'll just mute this out for now so we can hear what it's going to sound like just coming straight in. And we'll move these back to a more reasonable volume. In fact, I'm going to take off that 5 dB drop that I put over here. See if we can mix it. Now we're doing a remix. We'll mix it back to a decent level. So we are having our drums to start with. We will mix our drums in here. We will move our bass in. Get those sitting nicely. Our main rhythm guitar. Go back to where our lead guitars are. Go a bit further down. A little more drum. That's feeling more balanced. A little more of that lead. Now I want this lead guitar part here to actually come up in volume, but only for that part. So I'm going to use something that GarageBand has in here, which is its clip gain. So I'm just going to split that just so that in this little mix I'm going to be listening to, I can have a little extra gain. So we're going to come into the settings and we're just going to bring this up maybe 4 dB so that when we go between this part, maybe even a little more. Yeah, we'll turn it up the full 12 dB. All right, I think that's sitting nicely. Let's bring our vocals in. These are important to get sitting right. We'll move. Oh, we've got the 2, 3, 4 there, do we? Let's see this. 2, 3, 4. All right, I think we need a bigger start there, a bigger, more explosive start there. So we need we need Benny to be a little bit before there so it can maybe do like a half a bar. So maybe he'll hit a crash.
2, 3, 4. Don't need no crashes on my launch pad. Don't need no coffee for my cream, no, none for me. Don't need no harshes on my head buzz. Sometimes I get so chill I just think I might scream. And I know I got a lot to learn. Don't need no rings upon my fingers. Don't need to work them to the bone. That's a big no-no. Don't need to speak.
So sounding good, sounding balanced, but again, we've mixed everything a bit too loud, which again is a really easy thing to do here in GarageBand. So just for our mix, we'll just drop it down here by 5 dB. Now, just so I've got a little look and a little sound of this so I can listen to it without having the DAW, I'm going to export it. And to do that, we're going to tap on this one. We're going to share, and we're going to share it as a song, an uncompressed WAV file. We're going to share it out here. We're going to save it. In fact, we're going to put it over to my Audio Share, which is a great little app. Everyone that has an iPhone or an iPad should have Audio Share because it's the bomb diggity, just quietly. So we'll see how long this song is, which will be interesting, and what we've actually got together here. So sending this one out, exporting the song. Why does it take so long? GarageBand. We'll just get this done. But while that's exporting, assuming it's going to work, I think maybe it hadn't quite uploaded and updated itself, so it was prioritizing updating to the cloud before it actually did it, which is a good thing to do. But while we wait for this to export, in fact, it's done. I don't have to talk about anything. So how long is this song going to be? 2.5 minutes. Potentially. So yeah, gonna go from there. So like 2 minutes 20. Is this gonna be like the shortest Songtember song ever, or do I need to like change it up? Yeah, we are gonna do another one. So let's just listen to this here in Audio Share.
2, 3, 4. Don't need no crashes on my launch pad. Don't need no coffee for my cream, no.
So that's coming together. Now, we haven't used any keys whatsoever in here. So that's another thing that I might be experimenting with today in terms of the arrangement is, again, well, I think we talked about it in the previous episodes, but I'm hearing maybe some Whirly, maybe some Rhodes, maybe some Hammond, some sort of like rock and roll keys. Just to kind of add a little something to this song. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But please leave me your comments, ideas for lyrics, ideas for arrangement, ideas for mixing. I won't necessarily take them all on, but please share them because I love to hear what you have to say. That is going to do it for this Songtember video. Please, folks, let me know how your Songtember is going as well. Hopefully you are ticking along, and by the 30th of September, this will be done and your songs will be done and everything will be good in the world. Be kind to yourself, folks. Be kind to others. Keep creating, and I'll see you next time.